What's up, Rodders? You know what time it is. You know who it is. Your boy Savage, aka the Sevlok. You tuning in to Sevlok's Hood Tales. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. Let's get to the politic, man. Shout out to everybody showing the channel love, man. It's cool to see all the interaction. Cool to see people asking questions, man. I love the interactions with the real Rodders out there. So big ups to you. You know what it is, man. I'm on my Starbucks kick. I got the comb over. I guess you could say a comb over wave. It is what it is. We're gonna start the new look, and direct ourselves towards new action. So, anyways, man, I was asked recently, what was the best fight you had in DOC? What was the best fight? And there's a handful of fights that I could remember off the top of the head, but this one sticks out the most. One reason being, it was with one of the homies that was a loke. We handled our issue like men, handled our business. We dapped up right after, and he was like, "Hey, cuz, you a real life rider." Because I went in there and handled my business, So, this is what took place. I'm in Benton County Correctional Facility at the beginning of 2010. Benton County Correctional Facility has two sides of the facility, the east side and the west side. And Benton County Correctional Facility is a big private penitentiary. While on the east side of the facility, you had a lot more youngsters, and there was not as much structure as the west side of the facility. So a lot of the youngsters were just doing crazy stuff. They were being dominant. A lot of the homies hit the yard at the same time, and they were over there terrorizing the facility, being disrespectful, fading out everybody. Anybody that said anything that they took wrong, them fools was getting beat up. The homies were just very, very dominant up there, and they were beating up a lot of fools. So there wasn't really structure. And the older fools that were on that side of the facility, they didn't want. They were doing their time, so they didn't want to put the iron sword down and be like, "This is what you guys have to do." So the homies get to beating up fools, like I said. The gang coordinator catches wind. Officer Brown, gang coordinator Brown. He wraps up everybody on the east side of the facility and says, "Hey, we're splitting you up. We're moving you to other units because you guys cannot be together. You guys are causing too much drama, and they don't like the number gang game when it comes to politics in DOC. So when you start getting deep and you start causing problems, they're going to split you up." So they moved a handful of us to the west side of the facility. They moved me to Unit 5. Wow, that was a whole different world on the west side of the facility, because on the west side of the facility, more structure, more mandatories. You better go to workouts, 6-day workouts. You're getting DP'd if you don't. You better, be clean about yourself. Like, you had structure. Better go to the yard every single day to show face. There was no way you getting out of that. And another thing is, too, they was tripping off the tables. The lokes had, come on, old lady. The lokes had 5 tables that we sat at in the chow hall. Nobody else better sit at them tables. But that's kind of how every organization had in Benton County. Everybody had their own tables. Well, long story short, I was already when I got over there, it's a whole different world. I didn't like authority, so I was already getting in trouble with the homies. I was already acting up a little bit. They were like, "Hey, this fool Sev, he's hothead, he's hot," and they try to sit me down. So anyways, bro, my other homie hits that side of the facility. The other homie goes over there to that side of the facility. So we're kind of deep now. So I'm feeling myself, One day, I go to the chow hall, and my homie, one of my little partners, is up there. Another homie sitting at one of the tables. Well, I have my back towards the door, and the red rack fool from the other side, I don't know if he was testing waters. I think he was new number. He didn't know that the Bloods don't sit at them tables. He catches himself sitting at the tables. Well, some of the homies that were really programming, they got mad about that, and them fools seen it. I didn't see it at first, but they made it an issue to let fools know fools was slipping on their crip, and that's what they said. Oh, fools are slipping on their crip, and you letting the red rag sit at the tables. Oh yeah, for headphones. So I kind of took offense to it. I went back to the units. I said, hey, homie, that don't have nothing to do with us, whoop-de-whoop. That has something to do with other fools, but we didn't see it. We came in after. Well, they wasn't trying to hear that. So I went to the yard that night, yard, and I was coming back from yard, and in the midst of coming back, one of their homies from Fort Trey Avalons named Little Big KO, he was kind of like, fools be pushing the line too much over here. If I would have seen the red rag, I'm not even tripping off the red rag. So that made me mad because their homies was just tripping off of us not checking the red rag. So when I go back in the I say, hey, homie, you're tripping off of us, but your homie that rides with you fools just said he was not gonna, he wouldn't even check the red rag because he's going home soon. So they got pissed about it. They confronted KO. KO's cousin was over there. KO gets mad and he said, hey, he when I went back into the unit and he wanted to talk, they pulled us out to the hall to talk. We went to the med line. He was like, hey, homie, you got my name in your mouth? And I said, you said that shit. I'm not taking it back, homie. Yeah, you said that, and I'm not gonna say that you didn't, because you did. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it's over, I took it as they were just trying to push the line because I was Spanish, whoop de whoop. I got defensive like that. So he's like, first thing in the morning, I want the heads up, homie. Lace up your boots and come to my unit. And I was like, it is what it is. So went to sleep, went to breakfast. I was up for breakfast early in the morning. I was like, hey, bro, I'm going to be at it's easier to get to my unit. I told the homies to give him the message to come to my unit. Went to breakfast. He was over there. I walked back to the unit first, cleared out my cell, boom, told my Sally, hey, you know what I'm saying? Make sure if I go to the hole, boom, take my stuff in and make sure you get the homies, other people's, their canteen and whatever I owe. So he said, what's up? He came in the morning. As soon as he came in the door, this fool came in the cell, and I stole on cuz. Boom, I hit him with a right. He got all surprised because he didn't think I was going to take off on cuz. So the homies kind of shut the door. They were watching. We were chunking him. Boom, boom, boom. He had a little more weight. And he grabbed me. And the way he grabbed me, he slammed me into this little thing that you write letters on, and it broke. And we hopped up. We started chunking it again. Boom, 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 boom. So we was banging, and all of a sudden the security guard, they walk in, and they literally came in and took us into the hole. That was so fun, bro. So we got out the hole because, you know, it was just for a little fight. Got out the hole, bro, and you know what I'm saying? He was like, hey, fool, you a real life rider. He's like, you handled your business. Much respect to that. You know, but me and KO, we actually became homies and stuff. We were real close after that, you know? So that was probably one of the better fights, man. Me and KO chunking it. We chunked it for like 7 minutes straight. We was being the shit out of each other, bro. So yeah, that was the best fight I got into, bro. It was a good fight. You know what it is.